Hello, everyone, party people, what is going on? Happy New Year.
Hello,
happy
happy.
2021. Yes, hello, happy. That's it. Hello, happy.
Remember the feeling. Taste the sensation.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for our very first Captain's Log of 2021. Welcome, one and all. If you are here on Twitch, checking this out, or if you are here in podcast land, we welcome you. Hope you have fun. Stay for the meatloaf or something.
Kyle, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What other podcasts have you heard referring to their listeners as being in podcast land?
Spawn on Me does that.
Is this a podcast about Spawn?
No, not Spawn the comic book character, but like spawning in video games.
Okay.
Like, hey, if you just died, spawn on me. If that makes sense. So like start your location at me, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. That's just something that I've kind of subconsciously picked up.
Okay.
From them. A lot of the stuff I do, like, I'm like, ooh, I like that, I'm gonna steal that. Ooh, I like that, I'm gonna steal that. And then it just becomes like this amalgamation of something new. It's not like, oh, this is totally a rip off of cereal, or something, right? Hello, I'm Sarah Koenig.
Are there classic cereal catchphrases? Never listen to cereal. As we've previously discussed, I love fake cereal. I'm here for all audio dramas that are like cereal and not cereal itself.
Is there a classic cereal catchphrase? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long since I listened to cereal.
I don't know what it's about. I don't know anything.
Oh, it's so good. If you like true crime and you haven't checked it out, season 1 is fantastic. I didn't like season 2. And I think they did a season 3, but I died at that point.
It's a true detective scenario. Season 1, good. 2, not good. I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah. You guys know me. My name is Kyle Springer. I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. Melissa, what's going on?
I've got a straw that spells out my name. That's pretty special.
Yeah. It says Mel. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, for Christmas, I ordered my whole family crazy straws that spell out our names.
That's awesome.
I got to hand it to myself. It was a great idea. We all have something that matches. We can all bring them out next year for Christmas together. I mean, you probably shouldn't drink a viscous liquid through this, so probably not a cocoa. We'd all have to just
wash out, yeah.
Yeah, so we'd all have to just be drinking water. But, that's the healthiest choice anyway. We can save all our calories for cookies and stuff. Yeah, I'm excited to have it.
Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Some soda, I feel like. As long as you wash it out with like hot enough water, I feel like you're fine.
It's so small. I'm going to get a real exercise drinking. Like, I don't know if this is either going to banish cheek fat or give me a lot of wrinkles if I keep it up. One of those two.
Interesting. I don't know the last time that I have had a crazy straw or like have drank from one.
This is surprising to me.
Drinking.
Because you are well known for your plastic cups with cartoon characters on the side.
Melissa, I have upgraded. I now have official Marvel pint glasses. I have a whole set of them.
Nice.
I have,
who do you have?
Captain America. I have Spider-Man. I have the Hulk and Iron Man.
Okay.
Right now, I currently have some water in a Captain America glass. So there we go. That's what I have stepped my game up to. That's something that I got for Christmas.
Nice.
So, yeah. Good stuff. I'm still keeping the plastic ones just in case.
Right.
as the like fancy china, right? It's
Yes.
like, oh, we have these nice dollar store cups.
Yeah, you've got your real glassware out on the table for everyday use. The plastic cups are in the curio cabinet.
Exactly. Sam, what's up? You are in
Sam's
the chat.
Here.
How's it going? Yes, that was a transition that I just did. I have been working on our Twitch transitions and stuff like that. I'm still working out a couple kinks. I need to make sure things. I noticed like when I switched to Melissa, it's doing that thing where it's like
what thing?
bringing up a whole second camera, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to do this where it like smoothly transitions to like the person there. So Melissa,
yes,
you can't see what's happening on screen. I
mean, no, I'm very confused.
If you pull it up on Twitch, or if you guys watch the video version on YouTube. But yeah, I've changed our transition because we have the screen where right now we're both on screen and we're side by side. And it used to be that our like animated background thing that was there and the logo that's up there like center-ish was actually in overlay, and our cameras were behind it. But I figured out a way to make that not happen. And the background is actually a background and our cameras are on top. And when it goes to one of us solo, instead of like just a hard cut or a fade or something, it takes one of our cameras and expands it and makes it bigger. So it is then the full screen. And then when it's done, it just goes back to that smaller size and expands and gets, smaller and bigger and all of that stuff. And I also have it. So if we need to do, if we need to look at a website or something, we can, what just happened there? We can do this. Bam. And it slides into place. I'm so happy about these. They look a lot of fun.
Nifty.
So, yeah. But I was messing around with things today because we haven't done a captain's log one yet. So I need to fix Melissa's transition. And yes, Sam, I did that in OBS with a few plugins. So yeah, I can walk you through that stuff. It's not all that bad. But yeah, that's it. So before we get too far in here, I do want to kind of have a more serious note, especially with all of this stuff that has happened this past week in our country. To be honest, I'm not the most politically educated. I don't know how to speak on this stuff. I don't know how to speak on this stuff eloquently. So I will just say fuck Donald Trump. That's it. That's where we stand here at the Whatnots. If you don't like that, that is A-okay, and you can leave. We don't want your follow. We don't want your money. We don't want your support.
Although I do understand if you are like me and you prefer not to use curse words in your sentiments.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the sentiment remains, whether you want to say, oh, ding dang Donald Trump or fuck Donald Trump. So that's all I will say on that. Except for in better news on that note, he has been permanently suspended from Twitter.
I saw that.
Yeah, he immediately then tried to tweet from the POTUS account, and they deleted those tweets immediately. Then he apparently signed up for Parler, which is a social media site that prides itself on basically no moderation and censorship. It has been kind of a harbor for alt-right social media stuff. And yeah, Google was like, yep, nope, we are delisting that from the Play Store. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Apple has also threatened to do that. And on top of that, I saw that I believe it was Lee University. I don't know if that's the exact name, but they have rescinded his honorary degree at this stuff. So I am having a fairly decent night, and because of that, I'm about to have a shot of whiskey.
Oh, wow. I like your little shot glass.
Thank you. Actually, my roommate got me this when she was on vacation. It says, "Keep calm and get wasted," from Anna Maria Island in Florida. There you go. And I have some Evan Williams Kentucky bourbon whiskey that I got for Christmas that the same roommate got me.
That's nice.
So I'm going to have a shot in honor of, just the small things.
Sure, you got to celebrate what you can. You have to take the wins that are available to you.
Sam, you want me to describe whiskey to you?
Please,
are you asking for this one specifically, or whiskey in general? Cheers.
Whiskey is something I keep trying to drink, and I think I enjoy it flavor-wise. But I don't know if I just haven't gotten the right one, but they are all very hot. It burns. An alcohol burns. I haven't found like a nice tepid room temperature one for me yet. Maybe I just have to keep working at it.
To be honest, I don't know much about alcohol. I don't know if I could like actually describe you what the flavor is. I know that I like it. It does burn. I'm not the one to ask on this. We might have to do some taste testing at some.
God, I would love
point.
that.
We should just get a bunch of those like small little like samples and just have a Whatnots alcohol tasting night.
Yes. I did that last year for my nephew's 21st birthday. I went to the store and I got him, I think I went for 21, but like I ended up just getting as many as the gift box I already had picked out would fit. But I got him a lot of little airplane bottles. Like, here's one of everything so you know what it is. Because like when I started drinking, like I wanted to go for cocktails, but I had no reference base. How am I supposed to know what gin is or means?
Yeah.
It's like, here you go, pal. Learn. Here's your sampler platter.
I feel like whiskey is more dry. It's heavier than something like vodka or tequila, which is a clear alcohol.
Yes.
It's not. I feel like there's certain more fruity things you could mix it with, but I feel like whiskey in general doesn't go great with fruity stuff. But I could be completely wrong on that.
There are fruit flavored whiskeys. I've mixed whiskeys with like cherry soda.
I've had an apple whiskey before.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
The one that I had in particular wasn't great. At least I didn't think it was all that great, but I do like apple flavored stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, this isn't bad. I don't know if I like this particular one, but I see what they're going for here. So yeah, who knows? Who knows what's happening with that? Let me see if I can fix this transition thing. If I can figure out how to do that in the midst of our podcast and all of that stuff. In the meantime, Melissa, I want to hear more about your break, because I heard a brief amount when we recorded the review show, our first podcast of 2021 in general, which we did on all of the Daniel Craig, James Bond movies. And I heard a small bit, but what did you do on your holiday break?
I had Christmas Eve off for the first time in 8 years or something. Because normally I'm baking cookies. We drive around, we deliver little cookie packages to all our friends, but we just skipped that this year. We'll return with a vengeance in 2021, I suppose. So I was home for the first time. I made myself one of those, when you get the entire pack of Hawaiian sweet rolls and you cut them in half and then you just make a whole pan of little sandwich sliders out of them.
Yeah.
I made that. I had mulled wine. I recorded a podcast on Christmas Eve, which is a delightful way to spend the holidays. It's been some quality time with a friend. I'll get to that in plugs later. Yeah, and Christmas Day, I just like drove to my folks' house. We opened things. We traded food, and then I went home and like just watched movies and things. It was just a chill movie time. New Year's Eve, I made coconut shrimp, which I did last year. I'm trying to do it better. I don't know if it was better. So 2021 again. Maybe I'll just keep every New Year's making coconut shrimp, like pan-fried coconut shrimp until I'm actually good at it. So I'm like, this is satisfactory. I am done. Next year I switch to another appetizer. Who knows?
That's an interesting tradition to have, to do like a seafood thing on Christmas.
Last year I just decided I wanted coconut shrimp because that's one of my favorite celebratory foods.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So this year I'm like, well, I made it. I guess I did about as good a job as anybody. I can have coconut shrimp as treat.
Gotcha.
I made coconut shrimp. Basically, all I've been doing, what this boils down to is just a rotating basis of movie and cooking.
Gotcha.
Which I guess is what anybody's been up to over the last year.
Yeah. So I started a new tradition, I guess, last year at the end of 2019. Yeah, I guess Christmas 2019. I'm not a big fan of like Christmas movies and stuff. Most of them I'm just like, I don't need to watch this and stuff. But my favorite Christmas related movie is Tokyo Godfathers.
Yeah.
Which is a movie by Satoshi Kon, who I love his work. We have covered Perfect Blue and Paprika on the review show, which is both by him. But I've made that my Christmas tradition of just like every year around Christmas, I'm going to watch Tokyo Godfathers.
Nice.
Which is a good one. It's a lot of fun.
This year for Christmas, I rewatched season 4 of Mr. Robot.
Oh, nice.
Not all of season 4 of Mr. Robot, but I watched the episodes that took place across Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I skipped 407. That's too much to deal with. I can't watch that twice in one calendar year, but I watched all the episodes around it. And the X-Files Christmas special, a personal favorite.
That makes sense. Okay, let's see here. I am still trying to fix this thing.
I don't even know what it is. I can't see what you're fixing.
So we're on the wide shot, or at least I call it the wide shot, which is both of us. And then when I hit the button to go to you, it should just make your camera bigger. It looks like you are doing the embiggening thing like we used to have back in the day. I'll have to look into that later on, but there you go. It should just do what just happened right there, where it like slid into position. There we go. Perfect. I'm excited about those new transitions.
You did it.
It was just like a random day, and I happened to be looking at YouTube and was just like, I kind of want to like reorganize our OBS scenes and stuff like that. I just started fucking with things, and then was like, oh yeah, there was this one video that I saw that they were using these like smooth transitions. I wonder if I can figure that out. And then I was like, ooh, I like this. So I've now taken it upon myself to like switch everything up behind the scenes and hopefully simplify things, but also have it be a little fancier to you guys watching it here on Twitch or
fancy
on YouTube. Yeah. So making us look professional, so that maybe one day we can get sponsors or something, so we can get some more money.
I do sincerely dream of a sponsor. Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts that are like, please donate to our Patreon. This will help us, find ways to fund ourselves without needing to get a sponsor, which I respect, which I understand. But for my own personal self, I've heard so many podcast ads that it's like, I want to do one. I want to tell you about HelloFresh.
I'm kind of both minds. Like, I want to be completely supported on Patreon and be like, hey, you don't have to rely on us, being like, hey, Boba sucks, blah, 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 but I like, it's almost a rite of passage. If you have the numbers and can get one, I would love to have one and be like, this podcast is brought to you by something.
It's like being an actor and you're like, I've finally aged into the right age to play King Lear. Finally, it's my time to be Lear. I can follow in the footsteps of all these Lears and read his words. That's what I want to do. But about Lisa Mattress.
30 years old, Lear is near. Yeah, so it's good. I'm having a lot of fun with this and learning a lot about OBS and streaming.
And stuff like it's fun to learn.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
You know what I learned recently?
What did you learn?
So I knew that the first appearance of Boba Fett was in a cartoon short in the Star Wars Holiday Special, which came out in 1978 after A New Hope, before Empire Strikes Back. So this one obscure little thing.
The cartoon,
Yes, he appears in an animated form. But discounting that, the first appearance of Boba Fett to the public was in a parade, just like some town in California. It's sometime in like 78 or 79 had a parade, and there was
cartoon was like, that guy, he's going places.
There were official Star Wars costume characters walking in the parade, and Boba Fett was in there.
Interesting.
I wish I could remember the name of this town. It was a town I'd never heard of.
Let's see.
Boba Fett parade appearance. I don't know what to Google to find this.
That first parade.
Boba Fett parade. The real first appearance of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too on StarWars.com.
God, look at him.
The real first appearance of Boba Fett.
Parades are usually high school bands and corn princesses and floats, not flamethrowers and jetpacks and helmets. So why was Boba Fett in a parade in a small city 20 miles north of San Francisco? Asks StarWars.com. For one, San Anselmo, a town I don't know, was home to the famous house at 52 Parkway, which was the galactic core of Lucasfilm at the time. So when the annual fall parade came around, it seemed to make perfect sense. I love that.
That's amazing.
Oh, and this was actually before the holiday special. I had that backwards.
So this was the legitimate first appearance of Boba Fett.
Yeah, okay. So the first appearance of Boba Fett anywhere was September 24th, 1978 in the San Anselmo County Fair Parade.
Wild.
But the first Boba Fett available to the wider public was the Star Wars Holiday Special. And this, you must remember this.
Do they mention who is this the guy that played him? Dwayne Dunham?
Wow. He's got an action star look about him. Look at that hair.
Let's see. Where do I start this? Are they talking to him here? Let's see. I'm trying to find where they say this was actually him. I love Boba Fett, blah, 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 blah. That I, in fact, was Boba Fett through some radical transmogrification of imaginative magical realism. So I was really interested, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I tracked down Dwayne Dunham, who was an assistant film editor on Empire and Jedi, and the guy who wore the Boba Fett armor during its prototype run and the parade itself. He went on to direct the very successful Homeward Bound.
Wow!
The Incredible Journey and Little Giants. Wow. Okay. And worked as an editor on the many critically acclaimed TV and film projects such as Blue Velvet and Twin Peaks. Wow.
I love Earth. How can you not
two episodes of the Clone Wars? This is wild. I
have
no idea about this.
Human existence when the first appearance of Boba Fett is in a very small county fair parade, just because like that's where Lucasfilm had a building at that time, and they put a guy walking around in a Boba Fett suit, and then he goes on to direct Homeward Bound.
Amazing.
Is that set in San Francisco? I think one of them is set in San Francisco.
I don't mentioning San Anselmo. I don't.
Which is nearby San Francisco.
Let's see. Command F.
Well, that's what it says. It's 20 miles north of San Francisco. It is nearby.
That's the only mention of San Francisco, though. So it's just outside of that. Wild. That's a good fun fact. That's a good like trivia thing, like Star Wars trivia.
Right. Like I can't name a single ship, but I know this.
Right. Do you not know the ship that Boba Fett has?
All I know is that when we did a family Star Wars RPG, our older brother's character was a Mandalorian. No, our nephew's character was a Mandalorian. And like we named our ship the Emancipation One as a joke about Boba Fett's ship, which is named like the Slave One or something like that.
Slave One. Yep.
Slave One.
Slave One is the ship that Boba Fett has.
What a weird name.
Yeah. It's an interesting ship too, because it looks like it's like upright.
Oh, yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah.
Like a shark fin.
Did you watch season 2 of The Mandalorian?
I did finish it. Yes,
it's the ship he has in that Slave One. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good that he kept his ship that whole time, even after falling into a Sarlacc pit and losing his armor and all that. Yeah.
Good on him parading around.
Like that. He's a survivor. If Boba Fett can achieve his dreams, I think any of us can.
Imagine walking into his room and catching him dancing around and singing, "I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it." No. Yeah, sure, yes. We will get them soon. It's good stuff.
We will get them soon.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. My parents caught up on The Mandalorian over the break. They watched all of that. They were excited to watch all of that. And the first thing was like, oh man, what an ending. That was awesome. So I was like, yep, that was pretty cool. I liked it. But then I was like, but now you guys know who Ahsoka is, my favorite Star Wars character. It's great. You guys should watch the cartoons. If only you didn't think every cartoon was Tom and Jerry. Oh well.
When are they going to pull out a mallet and hit each other, Kyle?
One day. One day. Who knows, indeed. So what else did you do? Did you get to watch many movies or so? What was the last thing that you watched in 2019 or excuse me, 2020?
Oh, that I do. What was the last thing I watched in 2019?
Was it one of the James Bond things that we did?
No, it was Sherlock. In 2019 to 2020, it was all Sherlock. This year, 2019 was 20.
So yeah. So what was the one from this year? It was James Bond.
No. Oh, New Year's Eve, I watched Skyfall. My roommate watched it with me. She'd never seen any of them. She had a ball. That was very nice. No, I exited 2020 and entered 2021 on the New Year's Eve classic, Ghostbusters 2.
Ah. Okay. Is there like a certain part in that movie that like hey, if you start this movie at exactly 10:21 and 38 seconds, when he says, "Get in my vacuum, you ghost bitch."
Kyle, have you seen a Ghostbuster? You must have.
Years ago. I haven't watched them since when I was like super young. All I know is there's like a ghost blowjob in there supposedly at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what that feels like.
He didn't like write it down. There wasn't like
Dear diary, today
Dear
I got a
blowjob
from a ghost.
I never thought it would happen to me. No, there's not like a scene in the movie where he describes it and he gives like a scientific talk at like Columbia University. This was how it felt to receive ghost blowjob. Someday when I die, I'll come back and tell you how it feels to give a blowjob as a ghost.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, no, it's been a long time since I've seen that. When is the new Ghostbusters supposed to be out? Because I was interested in that trailer, but that was another one of the ones that got delayed a long ways out. And I think it's supposed to be out this year. Was that one of the ones that we did in our
we
thing?
did.
Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, you probably have this written down.
If it's not in our thing, I'll go look up the actual date. But I want to check to see if it's in our Rotten Tomatoes predictions. Where did it go? Let's see here. I guess it's in the whatnots folder. Where is this?
We could also go to the Internet Movie Database. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I'm trying to find where is. I don't like how Google Drive, that's like every once in a while you can't find things. Okay, here we go. Rotten Tomatoes movie predictions. Did we get Ghostbusters Afterlife March 5th?
Well, it is now set for June 11th this year.
Oh, wow. Okay. That has been delayed yet again then. Because when I looked this up, it was March 5th.
Well, nothing's coming out in March.
You never know.
Well, maybe something
You said June what?
June 11th.
11th? Oh, okay. And just a reminder, I predicted it would be, in honor of Ghost Blowjobs, it would be a 69. And you said it would be an 81.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see when that
comes
out, and we will check in on that at the end of the year.
Meet you back here in 6 months.
At the start of December. Yeah. Be there. Be square.
What is in your recent memory, what is the dumbest movie you've looked up on IMDb? Because I had a real moment this week.
The dumbest movie I've looked up? Like, define dumb. Because just I should have known that kind of thing, or like this movie is really bad, or just like really dumb, and that's the one I'm looking up.
Yeah, why would anyone ever look up this movie?
I think Velocipaster. It's a great one.
Beloved Velocipaster.
Where a local pastor gets bitten by a velociraptor and then gets velociraptor powers and then goes to fight ninjas.
Yeah.
With the help of a local prostitute. It's great.
The classic story that Joseph Campbell told us about.
It's a great romance story. Yeah.
Earlier this week.
Legitimately go watch it. Go watch that film.
Yes.
It's hilarious. It's great.
I haven't yet, but I completely support your recommendation. Earlier this week, I wanted a movie to put on while I was painting my nails. And I'm like, what's a movie that I'm okay with not really paying attention to? And I decided it was Thor 2, The Dark World, which I've been wanting to revisit anyway, especially since WandaVision's coming up. I wanted to see what was Darcy up to the last time we saw her.
Oh, that's right, because we'll see
follow
her
up with Darcy.
in this, right?
Yeah. So I'm watching Thor 2, The Dark World, and I realize I can't name anybody who was in Green Lantern except for Ryan Reynolds. So I'm watching Thor 2, The Dark World, and I'm looking up Green Lantern for this two-time punch of unsuccessful superhero movies. Other people who are in Green Lantern. Blake Lively, which I thought she might have been. She was indeed. She plays Carol Ferris. Sinestro is Mark Strong, and I don't know why nobody's talking about that.
I remember him looking the part, and you're just like, oh, whoever, perfect. Like they nailed it for Sinestro, but then the rest of the movie was just so bad that it was just like we're never gonna get a Sinestro movie or a Sinestro Core War, the Yellow Lanterns, or stuff like that. Like that's the one that's the one thing that also sucks about the Tobey Maguire movies. They cast the villains so damn well, except for arguably Topher Grace's Venom. I didn't like that one, but the rest of them, stellar. And thank God we're getting Alfred Molina back for Spider-Man 3 and what's his name? Tom Holland.
Yeah.
His Spider-Mans.
What a team up. Yeah. What a face-off. Whatever it may be.
It's going to be great.
But yeah, I regardless of the quality and reputation of the rest of the film, I'm so intrigued to see Mark Strong be Sinestro. I might watch at least part of that movie. You know who else, speaking of The Mandalorian, appears in Green Lantern, the film? Boba Fett himself.
Ah.
That guy's name. I don't remember it, but it's the Boba Fett. He's there.
The original Boba Fett?
No, the Mandalorian
the one from the movie? Or gotcha, yeah. I
his
said
name starts
original with... as in the one from the movie, but as we just learned, that's not the original Boba
The guy
Fett.
who directed Homeward Bound?
Yeah.
I forget his name, but it's that guy who was just in The Mandalorian and Taika Waititi.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So these are people that I'm giving to you in case you're ever quizzed to name as many actors as you can who have been in multiple superhero canons.
Who did Taika Waititi play?
I don't know. It wasn't a name I recognized. I was looking at character names, Kyle.
Did he spell his name Taik? Okay, there we go.
I am once again going to look up Green Lantern itself.
Green Lantern IMDb. There we go.
Hopefully this will send somebody some buzz that people are interested in the Green Lantern as a concept.
Tom Kalmaku. Who the fuck is Tom Kalmaku?
I don't know.
Kalmaku.
I'll watch it and tell you.
DC Comics. Let's see here. Tom Kalmaku. I see a picture of Taika Waititi.
Tamura Morrison. That's his name. That's Boba Fett.
Okay, what does Wikipedia
Angela
say
Bassett
about
was in this? Wow.
Thomas Kalmaku is a fictional character, a supporting character associated with Green Lantern in comic books published by DC, created by John Broome and penciler Gil Kane. Introduced in Green Lantern Volume 2, Number 2 in 1960 as a young Inuk mechanic at... Wait, is he... So I've read the I've read some pre-crisis and post-crisis Green Lantern stuff, and he has. I don't think this is the same one. It was. Let's be honest. It was a little bit racist. Yeah, he's often in the Silver Age. He's referred to as Pie Face. That's exactly who I thought he was. Wow. So yeah, he is an Eskimo. I don't know if that's the right term, but he's a mechanic that works on the planes, and he's just this like racist caricature of what these guys thought Eskimos were, but also a mechanic. Like, it's not great representation back in those comics, but wow. Okay, he's Pieface. Interesting.
Is that a reference to the snack that has been known as an Eskimo pie? Probably is a different name now. Don't know what it is.
Well, let's see. How Jordan's mechanic was in how did you say that? Is it Inuit?
Yes.
Unfortunately called Pieface, and despite fan speculation, that comes not from the ice cream treat Eskimo pie, which goes unmentioned in the early comics, but from an existing term for a person with a round face and a blank expression.
Oh.
According to the 1960 edition of the Dictionary of American Slang.
Is it slightly comforting that he's just named that because his face is round?
Just, yeah, round and undescript, right? Just like a blank expression.
Well, I'm glad whoever this guy was, he is reinvented to be Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi is a good step up.
Also, I have to say that here on the IMDb page for the Green Lantern movie, I scroll down and in more like this. They pile all these movies together unfairly. Both okay. Fantastic Fours, both of the mainstream, the Chris Evans ones. Those, the Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Superman Returns, Ghost Rider 2, and the Ang Lee Hulk.
It sounds about right, to be honest.
Well, it's not even. I'm so bummed it's not even giving you like, here's other DC Comics movies. It's
here's really bad comics movies that no one likes.
Right, like that's a category on IMDb. The superhero movies that didn't work.
That's so funny. You know what we should do one time on the review show? We should go back and do the like straight to TV Marvel movies, the like Nick Fury one, the Captain America one. We should do that sometime on the review show and just be like, here's a bunch of Marvel movies before Blade that none of y'all have heard of, because it was straight to TV. They're probably in black and white.
They are not.
I don't know if they are or not, but yeah. Or if we can get our hands on the what's the I don't remember who directed it, but the
the Roger Corman one, the trash can one. I've always wanted to see this. I've seen the Star Wars Holiday Special multiple times. Have not gotten my hands on the trash can Fantastic Four yet.
That one is a little bit different. I feel like that one is in a league of its own, because I don't think it was officially released anywhere.
I think, like, in order to meet some sort of contract stipulation, it was released in like one theater for 1 week.
Right, like it's kind of become this like cult hit, this like phenomenon of just like, oh, have you seen the Fantastic Four film that didn't come out, that was out in theaters for 1 week and no one saw it? Yeah, which you showed me a new Rockstars video. I think you posted it in our Discord of just like a breakdown of that film. It was great. It was so funny.
They put out a new one of those videos today about the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Awesome. So good. I will have to go check that out and stuff like that. Speaking of holidays and stuff like that, and winter and stuff, I mentioned this in our Discord, which, by the way, you guys can come join us on our Discord at thewhatnots.com/Discord. Come hang out with us. Come chat with us about movies and comics and video games and anime and all sorts of stuff. But I mentioned this. I was like, hey, are you guys craving ice cream as much as I am in the winter right now? Like, I guess because I've been inside for
Yeah.
all of quarantine, I'm not really going outside and experiencing the cold.
Yeah.
So I'm inside and it's generally speaking room temperature, right? It's still gotten a little bit colder now it's in the winter, but I find myself craving ice cream more than I normally do in the winter. Because after work, my routine would be I have to go wait for the bus. I have to walk to the bus stop, right? I have to walk home, and it's like a 7-minute walk from the bus stop. So I experience the cold, or I would have to go to the grocery store. And by the time I get back inside, I'm like, I am so cold. I want like hot chocolate or something warm or like a nice pot pie or just just like something hot.
Hot chocolate or pot pie. Either will do.
Both.
They're interchangeable.
Both will be great. Sounds amazing. But like since I've been inside, like I'm still just like mint chocolate chip ice cream. That sounds great. Cookie dough,
the king
ice
of flavors.
Cream. That sounds amazing. Ooh, ice cream sandwiches. Yeah, let's get some of those. Have you been experiencing like cravings that you don't normally experience since you've been inside so much?
The need for ice cream never leaves me.
That's good.
I think I crave all desserts pretty much consistently, equally. Cake, ice cream, candy.
You and me both.
I mean, candy ramps up around like Halloween. But yeah, they all live together over my head, clawing at me. My roommate, somebody gave her a Baskin-Robbins gift card, and she did come home with a pint of ice, like a quart of ice cream for each of us on New Year's Eve.
Amazing. That's great.
And I went to Walgreens.
Skyfall. It's so great. I love
it. Look at him. He runs so fast. So I've been eating on some ice cream today. It's coffee ice cream. I don't know if there's actual coffee in it or if it just tastes like coffee, but it makes me feel like I have some sort of an energy boost.
There's probably some coffee bean grounds somehow mixed in there.
There's bean in it. Bean is in it.
Bean ice cream. I wonder what that would
they have
taste like. And not like, vanilla bean. I know that's a thing, but just like beans.
No. Beans. It's real, Kyle. You joke,
Roll
but it's
that
real.
Bean footage.
And they have like red bean ice cream that's really popular in Japan. I've had it.
Really?
It's very good.
That's weird.
It's delicious, Kyle.
Sam, I think, is voting for cookie dough and cookies and cream ice cream, which sounds delicious.
Both at the same time.
Sam says, it's real. I have it. It's called Cookies Over Texas.
Of course they have it in Texas. That's that Texas magic.
Well, that's the actual name of it, according to Sam. If you believe Sam.
He's...
How much
I always
do you
believe
trust
Sam. All the time. Cookies. Oh, yeah. Cookies Over Texas, a flavor from the HEB. Made by the HEB in San Antonio, where Sam is at this moment.
Makes sense. There you go. Local HEB correspondent Sam is in the chat.
I Googled Superman ice cream this week.
Okay.
Because I wanted
what inspired you to Google that?
I don't. Oh, we were watching Brink. You know, the Disney Channel original movie about rollerblading, Brink. And it made
classic.
And it made me think of an extremely goofy movie where Max Goof goes to college and he participates in X Games. And I remember I was 9 and James probably would have been about 7. And our aunt took us to the mall for the day. We saw Galaxy Quest. We didn't get it. Appreciate it now as adults. So we've rectified that. And like we got Superman ice cream and we got brought in I think it was mostly jams, but like, because he was like in the right age range, but I was also allowed. They're like, nine's also invited. We went to this little like market research business. Sometimes that'll open up in a mall. Like it's just a series of chairs in there, and they'll just bring people in, like, watch a movie trailer and tell us what you think. We watched the movie trailer for an extremely goofy movie, and then they gave us like $3 as a reward, and then we bought Pokemon cards.
$3 whole dollars.
I got a Psyduck card out of it. That was quite a treat. That and the Superman ice cream.
Psyduck. That's good. That's a good day. Got to see the trailer for Extremely Goofy movie. Got $3. Got some Superman ice cream. So what flavor was the Superman ice cream? Is it a mix of things like I'm imagining?
This is what I was looking up. What are these red, blue, and yellow flavors? And it seems like it varies from place to place. And it is a Midwestern invention. I think, let me go to this article. Let me find it again. The one I was reading earlier this week. This is from Wikipedia. Superman ice cream is an ice cream that comes as a swirl of 3 colors, blue, red, and yellow, the 3 colors of Superman's costume. The name of the ice cream comes from the colors of the comic book superhero Superman, though it is not licensed through DC Comics.
That's funny.
Some will argue
like a raspberry and vanilla. So it would be like red raspberry, vanilla, and blue raspberry, if that makes sense. Just like it's just raspberry and vanilla, but they do the 2 different colors. I don't know.
Yeah, this is saying the exact combination varies from location to location. Typically with vanilla, Blue Moon, which is like a marshmallowy flavored ice cream that's colored blue, and red could be like it could be strawberry, it could be black cherry. That could be like a very yellow vanilla, or it could be lemon. Like it's all different. You have to find your own local Superman ice cream. I believe some brands call it a Scooperman to avoid any
Scooperman.
That's what he calls himself when he brings ice cream home for Lois after fighting crime.
I like that.
Yeah, and it originated in like Michigan, I think. So it's a Midwestern treat.
See if I can find some.
Get it. What other superheroes should have ice creams?
Ooh,
besides the Hulka burning fudge and Stark raving hazelnuts that we're already familiar with.
Dazzler.
Oh yeah, there's Pop Rocks in it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Dazzler would be a good one. Who's a curmudgeon that needs one? Just like an old curmudgeon.
Hank Pym.
Maybe I can see that. I don't know if
certain varieties of Hank Pym.
Sure, yeah. I want someone like almost like a. My brain just farted. Who the shirt that you're wearing right now from Venture?
Oh, I
Brothers.
got my Monarch shirt on. Yeah.
The Monarch, yeah. What if he had an ice cream flavor named after him, and he's just like, he's angry at the Ventures for doing something, and he's just sitting there like, I have to have my ice cream to calm me down, blah, 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 blah. You know? I think that'd be really funny. Like he just this curmudgeon that is so angry at something, and then just has an ice cream flavor named after him. And it,
21 has planned a Sunday night as some sort of a morale boost.
Yeah. Free Sunday bar when you join the Monarch.
It's Sunday bar night. Look, we can't afford better henchmen, equipment. But I bought like a gallon of ice cream and like 1 bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup out of my own pocket.
Come on, 24. It was supposed to be you. You were supposed to get sprinkles.
There should be a Green Lantern ice cream. He can have mint chocolate chip. You know, he's had a rough life, so he can have the king of flavors.
An interesting one. I feel like he would be mint chocolate chip with marshmallows in it, because how Jordan sometimes has the things that Reed Richards has on the side, the gray streaks, right?
Yes,
let's put just a little bit of gray in there. Let's have some marshmallows in there with that mint chocolate chip.
I love that Reed Richards would be an ice cream, like a dark chocolate ice cream, like so dark it's almost unpleasant. And it's got like marshmallow stripes in there, like his gray hair, like the ice cream looks like him.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. So before we get to, because you have written down in our notes here, you have two more questions.
If we get to
I
them.
have a short story. I don't know how much I have to talk about this yet, but I had something interesting happen to me this week.
Yeah.
So my parents called me, and I know some of you are like, oh God, no, what happened now? Did their TV do something wrong? No. So I guess to back up and give a little bit more context, if you guys did not know, I was adopted. And I have known basically my entire life that I've been adopted. Like, it's not been a secret and stuff. And I know that I have a couple half brothers out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so my parents called me and was like, hey, so as you know, we've kept in touch with your birth mom throughout the years, and just every now and then, maybe once every year or so, we'll just touch base to be like, hey, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or something. Oh. And apparently one of my half brothers wanted to know if it was okay to reach out to me. And they I guess had done some internet sleuthing to find out who I was, and they found out about all of our podcasts and stuff like that. So Mike, if you are checking out this one, hats off to you.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, this is the first week in my life that I've gotten to talk to my half brother, which has been interesting. So we've had a few exchanges and stuff on Discord of all places,
good,
which is great. But yeah, like that's an interesting experience. I don't know if I ever really expected that to happen in my life. I mentioned to them, I like to be honest, I wasn't ever, at least at this point in time, wasn't going to seek it out. If that makes sense. And I just, like, long story short, or I guess not much of a long story, but the parents that raised me did a fantastic job, I think. Look at me, right? You know.
Right, who's going to compete against you?
Right, yeah. But no, but I've thought they did a great job, and that's kind of always left me super content of just like, yeah, like I'm fine with where I'm at, and you know, if I meet them, so be it. If I don't, that's fine. You know, I felt good. I felt good where I'm at. But yeah, he reached out to me, and yeah, it was just something that I didn't expect, and it's gone great so far. So interesting thing that happened.
That's so heartwarming.
Me. There you go. Yeah, good stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to continue talking with them. So
I had a high school teacher who was adopted. and he would tell us stories about tracking down like that side of his family. He was my journalism teacher, so maybe that was
that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, like maybe that's his sensibility. Like he's a guy who's
Sure,
out there
yeah.
trying to get information to get answers. That was his perspective on the thing. He wanted to get to know them. And he found that he had a half brother named Doug. And Doug, I believe, had like a lot of mental health troubles. I believe he was homeless for a time. He hadn't had such a great life.
Yeah.
But one of the other things that my teacher had found out about him is that he briefly tried a music career, and he had a song called Will You Be My Science Fiction Grandma?
Yes.
I'm going to see if this still exists.
Fiction grandma.
Oh my God. Yes. Okay, this is on YouTube. The song is called
Spoil Me All Day. Would you be my science fiction grandma?
Will You Be My Science Fiction Grandma by the band After Confusion Soup Mobile.
What was the name? After Confusion Soup Mobile?
Yes.
Wow. I imagine this song going to the tune of Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I don't know why, but like,
it's not going to be what you think it is.
Science fiction grandma.
No. You can't predict what it sounds like, Kyle.
And what genre?
I'm just going to send you the link. I need you to
can you send me the link?
Just learn this for yourself the way we all learned it in journalism class when he played the song for us instead of doing any actual teaching.
Can you post it in the chat? Is that possible? I don't know if we have no links on there or not. If not,
I don't know.
Send it to me on Skype, and then I'll see if I can play it.
Maybe I'll see if I can. I'll see if I'll drop it in the Twitch chat if I can. Yeah.
Sam thinks it's probably psych rock.
I think that I would consider that as an appropriate description, Sam.
Tim also says, my dad was adopted and I have no clue about his birth family at all, except we probably carry the gene for Marfan syndrome. I have no idea what that is. Interesting. So
you're very tall.
Melissa, it looked like you won't be able to post it in the chat, I don't think, because it just came up as stars.
Ah, beans. Okay, well, I'll send it to you on Discord then. You can't say soup. You can't say soup in our chat.
Melissa said ass. I don't know why I called you Malil.
Malil?
That happened there.
That is a new one. It's in our Discord.
Slip of the tongue. Okay, let's see. Open Discord. Checking for updates. Starting. Wumpus is spinning. Lil Malil. Yep.
Lil Malil.
Okay. And our general. Okay, this is on YouTube.
This is a big episode for just clicking on things and like looking for information and setting up computer configurations.
YouTube, yeah. Whoa, no.
Thrilling way to enter the new year. Sit in patience as we click.
That way down here. I want to hit where are we? We're on audio. I want browser audio on. Skip the ads. No thanks. And then I want Here we go. Is that playing in the thing? I think so. Yeah, that's interesting. They have lamp posts for heads, or like hats there. It's a good old band photo. I need to switch this out of. There we go. Interesting.
Yep.
There you go. That's a short snippet of Will You Be My Science Fiction Grandma by After Confusion Suitmobile. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors. Yeah.
What did you get for Christmas?
CD baby. What did I get for Christmas? I got a few things. So yeah, I mentioned I got these like Marvel pint glasses. That was one of them.
Very cool.
Yeah, those were very cool. I actually got a set of new speakers for my computer.
Ooh,
that I've been wanting because I haven't had speakers. I've only been able to use headphones. So now it's nice to just like when I'm working or something have Spotify on and I don't have to use headphones or use my phone. My girlfriend got me a pair of sweatpants that I've been really wanting. There was like a certain brand of them that I wanted. She got me that. She also got me this pin that I am going to put on my jean jacket. It's the 60s cartoon version of Spider-Man, and he has a slice of pizza there. So nice. Like, this is perfect. My favorite comic book character, and as some of you might remember, I am Pizza Lord. In fact, we started out 2020 with the Captain's Log, me being Pizza Lord there. That's a big throwback. So I think I still have, I have to check. I think I still have $20 attached to my phone number at my local Domino's because I never used it. Because I don't like to call in. I don't want to speak to them. I don't like it. I don't like talking on the phone.
No, I'm laughing at something else. So you've got the Spider-Man pin with a pizza, and it's like, oh, that's your favorite comic book character and your favorite food. But I'm imagining what my equivalent of that is, and it's just Modius eating McDonald's French fries.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. That's funny. Yeah, so I got that. I also got this guy over here. I got a little mini Mobile Suit Gundam.
Look at his long legs.
Yeah, look at his good old long legs. It was another one of those really simple model kit things that you can do there, and he's posable. You can do all that stuff. That was a lot of fun. Took me about an hour to put him together, and as you guys can see, I already broke off the
dear
tip of his thing because they're real small pieces. So, but it it's small. You won't really notice that much. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. So maybe down the road I'll move on to one of the bigger, more complicated ones because this was also one of the like really simple ones. But yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. So,
speaking of building little things, I spent Christmas Eve putting together a Lego set. Last year, my older brother got me a Lego set for Christmas, and I shockingly never once during quarantine did I decide to invest the couple hours into putting together the Lego set. But I'm like, this Christmas Eve, I don't have anything to do. I don't want this to sit in the box for more than a year. I'm going to spend the day watching Iron Man 3, a Christmas movie, and putting together this Lego set, which is of Iron Man's workshop. And it's got his little robot friend putting out the fire. It's got this blender full of smoothie. It's got a bunch of little Iron Man suits in it. Yeah.
Blender full of smoothie.
It was so tranquil because this is like a more repetitive set and making all these little like stations where the Iron Man suits sit. It's just the same motions over and over again. I don't have to think. I just snap the pieces together according to the pictorial directions. I've never felt more at peace than
good.
making a Lego. I want to do it again.
It's fun. I guess. The one thing that should be blatantly obvious, kind of, is I got a new microphone here.
That's right.
I got an Elgato Wave 3. My parents bought me that one. Yeah, I put that on my wish list as a I want to try this mic out because I've heard good things. I've been wanting to upgrade my mic for a while. This one isn't much of an upgrade, but there are certain things about it that my old mic doesn't do that are really neat with this. Like it has a mute button on the top here.
Ooh. I don't like it. Oh, Sea Witch stole your voice.
There you go. Now I'm back. Yeah. So I it's not actually a button, but it's like a capacitive thing. So you just have to have your finger touch it, and it shuts off.
Ooh.
Yeah, but then it also the main thing that I think is neat with this is it has, I guess, a built-in feature of the microphone is that it has, it's not a noise gate, but it has a, I don't even know what you call it, but a peak, it guards against the microphone peeking out. So I can get really loud and speak like this, and you guys won't notice a difference. Because it has the same level of volume.
Our all screaming episode.
I can get, that's exactly what it's for. If I'm streaming some video games or something and I do something, I'm just oh my God, what in the world? That was great. Then it won't, the microphone won't peak.
Okay.
Exactly the same. I'm still figuring out exactly where my levels should be and stuff like that. So you might hear some changes in the next couple weeks. But yeah, that's it. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think one of the other selling points with this is it comes with its own software that's very similar to Voicemeeter Banana. If you use Voicemeeter Banana is, at first look, it's extremely intimidating of oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? This looks complicated. I don't know how to figure this out. Once you figure it out, though, it's not that bad. But their version, the Wavelink software, is really damn simple. It's really good. I like it a lot. I have one major complaint, is that you can't create custom outputs. So for example, actually, Melissa, I think you froze on your camera, but I will continue on. But yeah, so for the review show, we have a spoiler alert graphic and stuff like that. Actually, I should be able to play it right now. Bam, there you go, that thing. So it that has some sound and stuff like that. Melissa, I think you are kind of back. You're really pixelated, but I'm gonna continue on. But for a stint there, when I started using Voicemeeter Banana, Melissa could hear those sounds, or on crossplay, all the songs that we use in between our sections and stuff. The host could hear those songs because in Voicemeeter Banana, I could make a custom output and put those sound effects and my microphone and route that into Skype. Whereas with Wavelink, I can't. Sam asks if it's audio routing software, and yeah, that's exactly it. So I can have the browser sound on its own thing. I can have voice chat be on its own thing. The game sound be on its own thing. The sound effects, Spotify on its own thing. Yeah, there's tons of stuff you can do. So it helps with that, but you can't make custom outputs, which is my one God damn it. So that's that. Melissa, how laggy is the stream right now? How far behind are we here?
What?
Little bit. little bit laggy. Quite a bit laggy. I don't think she can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can.
You've become like a mosaic to me.
Same here.
You've been a mosaic for quite some time.
Well, if you can hear me,
I don't have anything.
That's good.
I can.
Good. Yeah. So yeah, let's continue on then. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, and I will fix the embiggening problem of Melissa of the camera getting bigger for
I'm
next
big
time.
Again.
Yeah, I was messing around with stuff, and it just means I don't have one of the settings matching up the way I need it to match up. But yeah, so yeah. Besides that, let's wrap things up with one of these questions here that you have written down. Melissa, you pick. What one of these do you want to end the show on? I mean, maybe we can do both of them. I'm not sure how much time we have, but yeah.
Well, I want to talk about a new podcast I've been listening to. Oh, I think this came out in like late 2019, so it's not new to the world, and I've been familiar with it for a while and like just got around to it in the last week. This is a show called Newcomers, and it's hosted by comedians Lauren Lapkus and Nicole Byer, and they don't know anything about Star Wars. Like zilch about Star Wars. Okay. And it's just them committing to watching all of Star Wars for the first time. Like not just the 9 movies, but Rogue One and Solo. We're going to talk about The Mandalorian. They watched the Star Wars holiday special. Like they go deep into it. They spend an episode reading Star Wars fan fiction.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I know they have a season about Lord of the Rings that I'm excited to get to because I love that. And then who knows where they may go from there. But it's been so much fun to listen to them discover everything for the first time. And they know like some cultural touchstones, but no idea how it fits together. And they're watching A New Hope, and they're so upset that all the stuff they think is supposed to be in there isn't there. Like there's no Yoda. They recorded... They did an hour-long discussion on the movie like they do for all their topics. But for A New Hope, they also recorded a commentary track of them live watching it for the first time. And it's so funny. They don't understand anything. They keep calling C-3PO and R2-D2 Goldman and Little Dumpster.
Goldman and Little Dumpster. Goldman, Little Dumpster. I like it. That's great.
It's so slow to them. They're so confused, and like the smallest thing will happen. Like towards the end of the movie, I think Nicole Byer goes, "Luke is wearing a poncho now." This movie is exhausting. But I think the more they watch, like they warm up to it. They get more familiar with Star Wars. It's a delight. And I wanted to ask you, what is the biggest franchise out there that you know nothing about?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think it might be the flip side of that. It might be Star Trek. I really know nothing of Star Trek. I've seen clips and memes and stuff of different shows. And then I watched the first of the J.J. Abrams ones, and I didn't like it. I thought it was a bad movie. It was a breakneck speed. Everything was happening so fast. I didn't understand. I was like, this movie is not. No thanks. This is not a good film. But I've never seen Wrath of Khan. I've never seen the cartoons. I've never seen Deep Space Nine. Or
I don't think the cartoons are particularly important.
I haven't seen the new Picard show that's out there. Yeah, I know nothing about Star. I mean, I know the like general pop culture stuff, but
you get beamed up. There's a Tribble. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Star Trek is an area that I know a lot of the basics of, but I have seen all the J.J. Abrams movies. I like them quite a bit. I've seen Wrath of Khan several times. And I've seen a handful of episodes of the original series and of TNG. And I grew up with my dad watching a lot of TNG, but my memories of that are, my baby brain. It's very fuzzy.
Yeah.
So I know like a decent surface level, a survey of Star Trek, but I've never like gone very deep into any variant of Star Trek. I would like to. That is a goal of mine.
Yeah, that's me too. Like I'm the kind of person who wants to, like, if I get into something like that, I want to go all in. Like I want to start from square one. Which I may not be the most accessible, right? But that's kind of what I want to do. Of just like I want to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would do. Yeah, I think Star Trek might be my number one that I don't know of. Just like that's a huge pop culture touchstone that I don't know.
Yeah, especially for a big sci-fi, robots guy like yourself. There's no mechs, but there are robots of other kinds. There's Data.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if that helped out the transition thing that I've been working on fixing. So Melissa won't go super big.
Like when it comes to, there's a lot of contemporary media. Like there's everything that I just missed by like a couple years. I don't know anything about. Like I was born in 1990, and I'm sure there's other people who are also born in 1990 that know these things, but like I wasn't into them when they came out. Like they just missed me. I don't know a single thing about Naruto. Absolutely nothing. No.
Yeah, I really don't know all that much about Naruto either. I didn't like it. But part of that was more spite rather than like I generally don't like it. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and to me at the time, like that was the ultimate. Like that was the best anime, best cartoon. You couldn't top it. And as that was kind of on its way out, the next thing was Naruto. And I was just like, what is this fucking stupid ass Naruto with their dumb little run, and they're all with their
whiskers on his face.
There, and I was just like, this is so dumb. I was like, you want a real show to replace Dragon Ball Z? At least watch Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Where it's a little more adult.
That is the cool kid's choice.
Right? Yeah. And that I think like started my, I don't really like the mainstream shonen stuff. That was like my first taste of that. And I've seen bits and pieces here and there, but it's never interested me. And I guess with the way it's been so popularized, I think that also turned me off. Like down the road now, it's been like, well, maybe I should watch it, or maybe we should do it for the review show at some point or something, right? Just to actually see what it is. But at the same time, I'm just like I on my own, I don't think I would ever watch it.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend of mine be like, you need to watch Bleach. Like that is the
I don't know what
a
Bleach is.
It's another one of the popular shonen animes. I watched, I think, the first 6 to 10 episodes with him, and I was just like, dude, I think this is dumb as hell. I'm so sorry. I don't like this. But yeah, that one I gave a legitimate like, okay,
6 to 10 episodes. That's a big taste.
Show me why this is a good thing. And I was just at the end, I was just like, I'm sorry, I don't like this.
Yeah.
So Kyle says Star Trek. Mel says Naruto. I'll throw a curveball and say I don't know a whole lot about Metroid.
That is the big one for Sam.
That would be one for me as well, Sam.
Sam, your name is in it. it's in somebody else's name, but Sam is in there. You can hear your name plus another syllable a number of times.
Yeah. I think I tried one of the Metroid games that that Switch put out on their like Nintendo Switch Online. Here are the like SNES games that you get for your subscription. I did like 5 minutes of that and was just like, nope, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me. I didn't know what to do or how to survive, so I was just like, I don't get this game. But yeah.
See, that's why I can't get into video games. Not only do I not know what it is, I don't know how to survive.
So
if I turn on a movie, I have trouble following. I won't die.
Games have gotten a lot better about that. Yeah, it really was those older games that like didn't do a great job of tutorializing you. And to be honest, there are still some games now that is just like, these guys didn't give a damn about tutorializing these things. But for the most part, they will teach you as you go now. So there you go. Just in case Melissa wants to hop in on a video
I don't
game
want to die. I do not want to die.
There are some games out there that like not necessarily the purpose, but the learning process is dying. Like you are meant to die in this game.
Like just that Tom Cruise movie.
By the astronomical amount of dying that you do in that game, you will eventually learn the patterns and the like things you need to do, whether it's Bloodborne or some kind of Souls-like game, or if it's like a super hard platformer like Super Meat Boy or Celeste. Like you're meant to die and figure it out.
Don't say that to me.
Yeah. Yes, Sam. I think I've died. I think. Well, no. How many runs have I done? I think maybe I'm a little bit behind you. I think I've done like maybe 40-ish runs in Hades. I still haven't beaten it yet, but I got close. I went to go fight my dad. So
your dad and his 200 knives. This death mechanism that games have. Imagine if a movie did have that. Like, I don't know anything about the Bourne series. Love Bond, love Mission Impossible. I've never seen any of the Bourne films. What if I sat down and I started watching The Bourne Identity, and 20 minutes in, a window pops up on the screen saying, can you know what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on?
And you died.
He shot me. Or it gives me a test, like, what's happening? I'm like, I don't know. I can't really tell you. It's like you died. You have to start over until you can pass this quiz about what is happening in the moment to Jason Bourne. You have to keep living it over and over again.
Pop quizzes on movies would be really bad. That'd be a terrible idea. I'd hate it because that's all that my mom does. No offense, Mom. I love you, but like, what's happening? No, but I thought he liked her. So what? What did he say? Like, I don't know, Mom. Maybe if you would just watch the movie instead of talking, you would have heard what they said.
Yeah, or like, we have the same amount of information. If you don't know, I don't know, Mom.
Exactly.
You're going to tell us in like 10 minutes.
Exactly. Like, I'm watching the same movie. I have the same information you have. Like, let's just watch this. Let's like, maybe if we wait, they will answer our questions. Ah, see? There it was. There you go.
He's got to be patient, Mom. No, I don't know the baby's name. Keep watching until you find out his name. Maybe it takes us 2 seasons.
No, and then we don't know what the island is yet, Mom.
You start watching Lost. 5 minutes in, you're like, what's this place? Where are my answers?
Yeah.
What is this, an island?
What is this, an island? Why aren't they calling for help?
Why didn't they make the plane better?
Yeah. Well, why don't they have cell phones?
Well, if somebody would have packed a boat in their luggage, they all would have been fine.
Yeah, good stuff with that.
This sounds like a great. I want to do both of these. I want movie hard mode, where a movie forces you to compete in some sort of a test, and if you fail the test, you have to start everything in the movie over again.
I feel like they would do some shit like that with Tenet. Like, that's the kind of movie that just, like, as you're watching this, like, so, what's happening?
Or I watched Dunkirk recently. Like, there's a quiz that pops up every 10 minutes. What's that guy's name? And if I fail, I have to start Dunkirk over.
Name that Pokemon!
And it turns out it's a trick question, because Cillian Murphy's character is just named Shivering Soldier.
It's funny.
And I also want to do a special theme night where we watch the pilot of Lost and just belligerently yell at it, demanding answers right away.
Why don't you have a pen, Boone? God damn it, Boone!
Why is his name Boone? Did somebody tell me? Where's that baby's dad?
So my head canon is the actress that plays Boone's sister. Is she eventually stars in Fear the Walking Dead? She's in there.
I didn't know that.
So my head canon is that she is stuck on this island for God knows how long. She escapes by dying, right? And then is in the zombie apocalypse. Like, well, shit. Okay.
What? She's also a vampire in, like, the two last Twilight movies, where it goes beyond the Cullen family. And they're like, here's a lot of other assorted vampires who live out in the world. And it's a number of actors you love and recognize.
She's a journalist. They haven't really mentioned her sexuality on there, but the subtext is that she is a lesbian, if I'm not mistaken. She is a more butch-looking character in that show. And I hope I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. Excuse me for not knowing the terminology, but she does appear to be more like that. And I like her character a lot because she likes to document things. She has this like tape recorder, which is another one of those things that, like, how have you not ran out of tape? Right? Like why don't all the women in this show have hairy legs now? Like, are you guys honestly shaving every week? Like, that's not happening. You guys aren't finding new razors. And sure, maybe you can shave with a machete, but that's not going to be like skin. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, feel my legs, feel how smooth they are. Right?
I feel like a dolphin.
Right? No. No. All the guys are gonna have bushy bit. Like, no. Like, fiction broken. How do you still have room on these tapes?
She's efficient.
How do you keep finding more of them?
I don't know. She just comes across a tape tree and she climbs up there and she picks a bushel of wild tapes.
Like, hey,
harvest them when they're ripe.
Tape tree picking. Do you want to come along, please?
This sounds intriguing. I don't know anything about Walking Dead. I'm not a zombie person, but this does sound like an interesting role for Maggie Grace, and I would like to see her in it.
Yeah. Sam was like, she broke into someone's house and is recording over all of their wedding and baby videos. Yeah, that sounds about right there. All right. Well, I think that about wraps us up for this week on the
Sure.
Captain's Log. I think that was a good start to 2021. I had fun on this one.
We
Melissa,
talked about ice cream a lot.
We did, yes. Maybe we can save your own dream theme restaurant for next week.
Yeah, plot it out. Really think about it.
Our own themed restaurant.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, I guess a bit of housekeeping before we get out of here. If you guys did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at The Whatnots. You guys can find out more information on our website, which is thewhatnots.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Just type in The Whatnots and all of our shows will pop up right there. If you like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnots is where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. We do have a $3 tier, which you guys can get all kinds of exclusive content. We need to get back on that for this new year. I have an idea in mind for our next one. We've been doing exclusive stuff for Crossplay recently, which is our video game podcast. But if you are at that $3 tier, it unlocks all of the exclusive stuff for all of our podcasts. I think we also we need to see if we want to do reactor core stuff for Wonder Woman and Soul. We kind of mentioned that behind the scenes. I would like to do it at least for Wonder Woman. Soul I liked a lot, but I don't know if I have much to say on that besides just it was good. It was a
I
Pixar
understand.
film.
I haven't gotten a Soul yet. Soul is for this weekend.
Soul was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we'll have those coming down the road. Those will be out for everyone for the reactor core if we get around to those. I wonder what the first thing will be for the reactor core. If it will be that or if we decide not to, and then what the next thing will be. Who knows? But yeah. You guys can do all of that stuff. Last but not least, a big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier. So thank you, Sam, who has been hanging out with us in the chat.
Thanks, Sam.
Here tonight. You too can come hang out with us in the chat. We live stream the Captain's Log each Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/thewhatnot. So please come join us. Be a part of the conversation. You guys can join in and do all of that stuff. As long as you are following us, you can comment in the stream chat thing there on Twitch.
Among
us within betwixt. Yeah. So thank you so much, Sam, for supporting us. It means a lot.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, we love you a lot, so thank you. Oh boy. Okay. Any other housekeeping that I need to mention? Since this is the first one of the year for Captain's Log, be sure to check out our 5-year anniversary retrospective.
Yes.
It should be on the feed for all of our podcasts. So no matter what one you are subscribed to, it should be in all of them there. It is a long one. I think we spent 4.5 hours on that, but it was great. It was a lot of fun. I was getting drunk. We ate some pizza. We handed out some awards. We played some trivia. We talked about video games. It was just fun all around, and we got to talk about goals and stuff for this year, which I guess is another thing we didn't mention this week of like, do you have personal goals for 2021? Maybe we'll get to that next week too. So go check that out. That's on all of our feeds. You guys can also watch it on YouTube, which is the Whatnots, or I guess youtube.com/the Whatnots. I believe I also have the whatnots.com/YouTube pointing to that, so it should work too. But yeah, last but not least, please, if you like the show, give us some kind reviews wherever you download the show as a podcast. Please, please, please. That is what I will be pushing for in the new year here. If you guys want to rate our shows, that would be wonderful. If you have nice words to say, please say them. If you don't like our show and you've made it this far, why?
Nobody's making you stick around.
Our show if you don't like it. Unfortunately, I think for the review show, we did get one negative review on there a long time ago.
How long?
Which doesn't make sense. It was I think it was like 2 years ago-ish. Like two and a half, and it was like, the show is hard to follow. And I was just like,
it is.
I don't agree with that. Because we are like, this is what we're talking about this week. This is a synopsis of what the thing is for those of you who don't know what it is. Okay, now we're about to get into spoilers for those of you who have watched it with us.
We have a structure, but our discussion about the topic is very free form. And when I first started listening to The Whatnots, it took me a while to figure out, okay, recaps aren't the priority. It's just a general discussion. So I can't listen to episodes of things I'm not familiar with, because then I can't follow them.
That makes sense. But we also do have such a big catalog of stuff.
Yeah.
That it's just
you can find something that you know
in there for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think it's hard to follow. Yeah, but that's just me. But yeah, if you have some nice words to say, whether it's about the review show or the Captain's Log or Crossplay or the Reactor Core, we would love to see them on Apple Podcasts or Google Play, however they do their stuff, or wherever you get your podcasts, because that really does help us out a ton. I know every podcast that you listen to and that your mom listens to, they all say the exact same thing. Go rate and review us on iTunes. It actually does help. So please take a second to go do that. Please, please, please. There you go. Enough whoring ourselves out for a bit there. Well, I guess whoring the show out. Melissa, where can they find you on social media?
Me? You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. You can listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities, where my brother Jams and I talk about a weird old kids show you half remember. And I am on the first episode of Your Friendly Neighborhood Filmcast, a new movie podcast from friend of the show, Jack. Yeah.
There you go. Congratulations, Jack, on the new podcast.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We recorded together over a Discord call on Christmas Eve, so it was nice to get to see my friend and spend a form of quality time with each other on the holiday.
That's awesome. We had Jack on the show for the review show when we covered Parasite.
And season 3 of our Mr. Robot coverage.
Indeed, yes, indeed.
And she was on a very fun episode of Captain's Log where we did a candy draft.
Yes, that as well. Good memory, yeah. You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want to stay up to date with us here at The Whatnots, we are at The Whatnots on Twitter. So yeah, go like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But that wraps us up. Finally, that's all of the whoring ourselves out for good this week. So we will see you all next week. This has been number 124 of the Captain's Log. We will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.